29's Good Day Philadelphia. March to the Meadowlands.
Snow, snow, snow. Can you believe it? As much as 6 inches in South Jersey. For this winter, we're over 40 inches of snow in some areas. And we're not the only ones. You talk about a deep freeze in the deep South. Some kids had to stay in the school all night long because it's so cold. Hello, Mr. President.
And I'm eager to work with all of you. But America does not stand still, and neither will I. So wherever and whenever I can take steps without legislation.
Representative Pat Toomey joins us from Washington, D.C. to get his reaction to the State of the Union address from last night. And of course, I don't know if you heard, it's Super Bowl 48 from the Meadowlands, and we have marched to the Meadowlands. All coming up. Let's see, we have Thursday,
yes,
Friday, Saturday, and then the big day.
Did we march or did we?
I wouldn't call it a march to the Meadowlands for us. We took an RV up. Hi, Sue.
Hi. Good morning, Cecilia. Good morning.
Let's huddle together.
So here's the deal. The gang's all here, and we've got you covered this morning. We've got the snow covered, and we've got you covered here for all the Super Bowl festivities. And it is festive already.
And this is the first time that Chanel has ever said to me, Mike, would you please hug me?
Yes. You know, here's the thing. I have a back warmer that you put on one of these layers. So every time he hugs me, I feel this burst of warmth.
Right.
So you can hug me all day today, baby.
Well, we have all these hot packs.
They work.
You peel them off, and they stick to your clothes underneath the coat.
And I promise you, so here's the thing. The beauty of Good Day Philadelphia is we talk to you every morning. So I have my phone. And I have my special gloves with the little, you know, the touch screen gloves or something like that.
Little techie phone.
Let's see, and I just pulled them out.
Came off.
So feel free to tweet us this morning at Chanel Fox 29, at Mike Fox 29, at Susario or Sue?
Susario Fox 29.
Yeah, and use the hashtag. Here's the deal. We're trying to trend here.
Right.
Use the hashtag SB Fox 29, Super Bowl Fox 29. We're talking back to you this morning. We're still here. Yes.
Now, on the ride up here in the RV.
Right.
It was an adventure.
She slept for a while, but she also was very busy knitting.
I was. And
Is this crochet or knit?
No, this is knitting, and I wanted you to know that I made sure this would match with your coat. And I'm not kidding. I really
like
did.
that better than your little...
Isn't that nice and warm?
That's nice.
Yes,
Nelly.
thank you.
Yes.
You get an infinity scarf.
Oh, that's in. See, you're still hip.
See, you just double that over.
There we go.
And look at that. See, you go like this.
Xfinity scarf.
And you
Like this.
It's an infinity scarf. You're right.
If only I didn't have to talk.
I got your microphone there.
There we go.
Here, let me fix it just a little bit
better.
better.
There we go.
Okay. So we're all set.
Thank you for these scarves. Perfect for the weather that is happening right now in the Delaware Valley. Can you believe it?
Right, and it's on its way out, but it's already left a mess, even in the places that only got a coating of snow. So we are looking, first of all, at Ultimate Doppler radar, which is showing the last gasp of this storm, which, as predicted, hit hardest in the southern and eastern parts of our viewing area. Just dumped a little more snow than originally expected, but, you know, these things have minds of their own. So as much as 6 inches of snow in parts of the Jersey Shore and mostly in southern Delaware, but just a coating to an inch in the Philadelphia area. That's what you're dealing with this morning. So allow as much extra time as you can to get where you're going this morning. Keep an eye on the bottom of your screen to see if your school is closed or delayed this morning. Bus Stop Buddy, again, we can't see his smile. You knitted him a scarf as well. So temperatures are very, very cold this morning. Keep that in mind. Wind chills are in the single digits. And we're going to head to a high later on of 23 degrees.
Whoa.
And we'll eventually see some sunshine today. So then you got to worry about sun glare off all the snow that fell. And then we're back down into the teens tonight. So that is your Foxcast for Wednesday. We are live from Super Bowl Boulevard and from Philadelphia. And I know, Casey, there are messy roadways, and that must mean lots of accidents.
That is right, Susaria.
Unfortunately.
You are all-knowing no matter where you are. I love you. I miss you. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, we do have a ton of accidents. We do have a lot of speed restrictions as well. All of your bridges down to 35 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour on the New Jersey Turnpike, Garden State Parkway. That's going to be both directions, so take it slow this morning. 95 South, the ramp from Business Route 1. Vehicle spun out there, partially blocking that ramp. If we go to Exton, Ship Road closed at Springdale Road. You do have an accident there. Pottstown Pike is an alternate that you guys want to keep in mind. The eastbound side of the Pennsylvania Turnpike approaching Bensalem, the left lane is going to be blocked. It's going to be jammed pretty much both directions, though. And the northbound side of the New Jersey Turnpike, right at Hightstown, the right lane blocked for another accident. Mike and Chanel.
Thank
All
you,
right, thank
Kate.
you. So we're already getting some of your tweets this morning. Bill says, after seeing how cold it is, I'm not nearly as jealous of Mike and Chanel and Sue. Love y'all, but it's cold. And Lynn says, I'm cold just watching you guys. It is cold.
Yeah.
And you guys are dealing with snow, obviously.
But it's just as cold in the Delaware Valley and in the state of Delaware. And Dawn's driving around the first state right now. What are you seeing?
Well, Mike and Chanel, we are in Middletown, Delaware, and we're in a neighborhood right off of Route 71, and they got about 3 inches of snow here. Let me turn the camera around and give you an idea of what we're talking about. The roads here are snow-covered. Take a look. So people are waking up this morning to find their cars covered in snow. You can see this gentleman right here brushing off his car. Good morning. How are you?
Nice weather, eh?
Yeah, nice weather. But the main roads, Mike and Chanel, are not bad. It's these side roads that'll really get you. I mean, it doesn't look like a plow has been through here at all. They do not look to have been treated. The sidewalks are snow covered, and it's just, you know, one snowstorm after another. A little farther south, from where we are, they got as much as 6 inches of snow. So there's some serious snow troubles and traffic problems a little bit south of where we are, but still not a good situation here. Now, as we come out to the main road here, this is Route 71, and what a difference. You can see this road here is wet and kind of slushy, but the temperature outside right now, according to our car, is only 12 degrees, so you really need to be careful of those slick spots. It's kind of deceiving because it's just been so cold. It was cold yesterday and very, very, very cold this morning. So that's the situation where we are in Middletown, Delaware. I will send it back to you in a very cold New York. See, now you know what we've been dealing with,
yes.
Steve and I, all winter long.
I know.
You can
You're
feel
out
our
there
pain.
all the time in these elements. I will never say anything bad ever again, Dawn. Thank you very much. And
Thank
I
you,
cannot
Dawn.
believe that how many times this winter we
I'm
have
warm
said,
today.
check the bottom of the screen for all the closings and delays.
Yes.
So check the crawl across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, plenty of delays this morning. Now, shall we talk about the weather in Georgia? So we're not the only ones here in the Northeast dealing with this winter
This
weather.
is cold they've never experienced in the Deep South.
Yeah, the governor is declaring a state of emergency after this winter storm. It coated the region with snow and ice. Drivers were stranded on the roads in Atlanta, and children had to spend the night at school. Can you imagine? Because it was just too dangerous to take them home.
That's
I hear
unreal.
kids were sleeping on the floor. Georgia got about 3 inches, but wasn't prepared for any measurable snowfall. It brought traffic to a halt, as you can imagine, with Georgia State troopers responding to more than 500 crashes throughout the state. So it goes without saying, Mike, we do need to take this very seriously.
That's
We need to
true.
be careful.
My gosh, it's a deep freeze. And that wasn't just Georgia, a lot of the Deep South over into Alabama and all that. So let's get to South Jersey, though, because some places got 4, 5, 6 inches of snow.
Steve?
I think I got more than 6 inches. We finally made it to the shore, and you guys haven't been watching since you're up in New York, but we left at 3 o'clock this morning, and it only took 4 hours to get to Atlantic City. Imagine that. Now, we have been stopping along the way to do live shots every half hour, but the driving, we never went over 50 miles an hour, and it's still snowing here at 7 o'clock, as you can see, for you folks with televisions, unlike Mike and Chanel, who probably don't have good reception for Philadelphia TV in New York. Snowing really bad here, big flakes. Still very cold. We've got a wind chill probably at 0 or below 0. We found a not as windy spot, but at least the visibility, at least with these casinos who have probably the brightest neon lights in the world, we can see the casinos through the snow. So this is the other city that doesn't sleep here in Atlantic City, and you can see lots of traffic already, but it does look like nighttime since it's so dark out here at 7 o'clock with the snow and the clouds real low. We did find one business open here, and that is the Avant convenience store, which is very convenient because they're selling shovels and everything else, firewood. All right, we're going to try to talk to guys. What do you think? Are you sick of this winter already?
Actually, I like it.
Why do you like it? Because you're making money shoveling?
I'm trying to.
What else do you like about this stuff? Are you crazy?
No, I actually lived in New Jersey all my life.
And you've never seen a winter like this, though, in your lifetime in Jersey, have you?
Don't
We had the
remember.
one with the 3 blizzards,
Yeah,
but not this
exactly,
cold, right?
Exactly, yeah, it was freezing.
All right, good job. Keep working and watch your back. Delma, what are you selling the most? You got firewood here, you got shovels. Are you selling something a lot more than everything else?
Yeah, I have it inside in the store. It's wood. Some people buy this one. You know, this snow time is people buy small one.
I feel like buying some wood, even though I don't have a fireplace, just to start a wood fire on the street to get warm.
Yeah.
All right, get back inside and get warm. Good luck, and good thing you're open.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, and you heard about selling an Eskimo ice. They are actually selling ice. You see the CIL Ice Company machine. And you know, Mike, one thing I have that you guys have plenty of in New York, I have a yellow cab, although not much yellow is showing.
What?
It's covered mostly in white, but you can see the yellow cab company door. So at least I have something similar to you here in Atlantic City as I toss back to you in New York City.
No.
Plenty of yellow cabs behind us,
Yes.
that's for sure.
We're all in this together. Listen, we're all freezing this morning.
Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe Philly and the Delaware Valley got more snow.
Yes, in fact,
this is the weirdest winter.
It is. It's brutal. Well, for the latest weather updates, we want to remind you, you can always go to our website at myfoxphilly.com. And again, there are so many delays this morning, so check the bottom of your screen.
Hey, Karen, we kind of miss you.
Good morning.
Oh, looks like you guys are having a great time. Let's get to some of our other top stories that are making headlines this morning. Philadelphia police right now looking for 3 men wanted for ambushing a Chinese delivery man. This happened in the Northeast. It was last night on the 6200 block of Kindred Street. That's in Oxford Circle. So according to investigators, these guys lured this victim to a vacant property and ambushed him. He came with the food. They shot him and robbed him. The robbers ran away on foot. If you've got any information, please call police. And there's a young mother. She is now charged with child endangerment. She left her little girl alone in the car while she went in to go shopping. Investigators say the 3-year-old was left alone in that car sleeping, but it's below freezing, and someone saw that child at the supermarket. So that mom's in trouble. 28 years old. Her name is Tania Perez Orellana. She was arrested on Monday evening. The grocery store, it's the one over there on East Baltimore Avenue in Upper Darby. They say the child was in the car for at least a half an hour, and the temperatures, 20 degrees. Other than that, though, the child was not injured. And police are trying to catch some thieves wanted in a whole bunch of robberies terrorizing South Jersey, specifically Burlington and Camden counties. The most recent one was just Monday evening. This is a liquor store. It's in Florence Township. Police say the thieves have now struck several times along the very busy Route 130 corridor, hitting up a food market twice in 10 days, as well as a Sunoco gas station. And they think it's the same guys. Remember that one over the 7-Eleven in Mount Laurel? One person has already been shot in this very violent robbery spree. That's a look at the latest headlines. Let's send it back up to New York City. Hey, guys.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Let's get to some national news now, shall we?
Okay, from Philly to New York to D.C. The big State of the Union address last night, and the president calling for a year of action. Let's get some stuff done.
Good morning to you, Doug.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, the president offering kind of a scaled-back agenda last night, which may be a nod to reality here on Capitol Hill. President Obama basking in the applause of Congress, the same branch of government that he promised to bypass if necessary.
But America does not stand still, and neither will I.
In his 5th State of the Union address, the president said the country is strong. His relationship with Congress, though, isn't, so he promised to do what he can on his own.
In the coming weeks, I will issue an executive order requiring federal contractors to pay their federally funded employees a fair wage of at least $10.10 an hour, because if you cook our troops' meals or wash their dishes, you should not have to live in poverty.
He called on Congress to expand that to the rest of the country. He also pushed for immigration reform. But by and large, this was a collection of modest initiatives. The most sustained applause came for a soldier wounded in Afghanistan. But a close second was among Democrats, following the president's defense of Obamacare.
But let's not have another 40-something votes to repeal a law that's already helping millions of Americans like Amanda.
As expected, the president raised the issue of income inequality, something Democrats hope to use in this year's midterm elections.
Too many Americans are working more than ever just to get by, let alone to get ahead.
In their response, Republicans also took up the issue of economic inequality, blaming the president's policies.
Last month, more Americans stopped looking for a job than found one. Too many people are falling further and further behind because right now, the president's policies are making people's lives harder.
And the president, meantime, will take his show on the road, heading to Maryland and Pennsylvania today to talk about some of the issues that he brought up last night. And Mike and Chanel, I'm not sure I can go on. It is so warm in this studio right now. I'm going to have to end it there.
Seriously?
You know what? Just
Doug?
for that. We're going to throw you in snow
The
next
trouble is, this is only Wednesday.
I know.
loosen my
We're just getting
Let me
started,
loosen
Doug.
my tie here so I can breathe because it's got to be in the 70s in here.
Woo! Doug, that's enough.
Okay, that's a little
You're
bit
out
better.
of
Can we
here.
close the box? I can't see you, but let's close this box.
Oh, man.
And for the record,
get him off the screen.
For the record, I can't feel my toes, and it's only 7:12, but that's
Oh, my
okay.
gosh.
All right, let's go back to another warm studio. Chris Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Chris.
Nice and warm here at 4th and Market, guys. Thanks so much. Class is expected to resume today following a shooting inside a high school in Hawaii. Police shot and injured a 17-year-old runaway yesterday after they say he lunged at them with a knife. It happened at Roosevelt High School in Honolulu. Now, police say the teen punched 2 officers and cut a 3rd with a knife. Officers then, of course, fired at the teen, hitting him once in the wrist. The school was on lockdown. No one else was hurt. The teen has been arrested on 3 counts of attempted murder. No word on why he was at that school. A 16-year-old girl in Texas is really lucky to be alive after her parachute failed to open while skydiving. Doctors say Mackenzie Wethington is in good condition despite multiple injuries to her spine and pelvis. Mackenzie's parents gave her permission to go skydiving for her 16th birthday. The skydiving company says it only let the girl jump because she had her parents' consent. And that cruise ship with hundreds of people sick on board is due back in New Jersey this afternoon. The Royal Caribbean cruise ship Explorer of the Seas had to cut its trip short after more than 600 passengers and crew members got sick. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has a team on board right now, and experts believe it could be the norovirus. All right, let's send it back to Mike and Chanel in Times Square in New York City. Good morning, guys.
That ship, yeah, it's going to be about, well, over on the New York Harbor.
So at least we're freezing, but at least we don't have any GI issues.
Well,
so there you go.
Well, don't speak so soon.
Okay, that's true. We got a long way to go.
No, they said that the ship smells like barf and sanitizer.
Oh, can you imagine? That is horrible.
No.
All right, well, the big story this morning, obviously, the weather, the snow. Let's bring in Sue Seria to talk about what we're dealing with here this morning.
Here at Super Bowl Boulevard, we have a smattering of snowfall.
Yeah.
And that's about what we got in the metro area of Philadelphia, that infamous I-95 corridor. So it's not a lot of snow, but just enough, as we always say, to make a mess. The higher snowfall totals, of course, of us, as we predicted yesterday, they just kept piling it on overnight. So we have Ultimate Doppler radar to show us that the storm is basically on its way out, and I think within the hour we're probably not going to see too much more on Ultimate Doppler, but we did get 6 inches or more in parts of southern Delaware. Sussex County, I think, the highest amounts of snow. Let's check what we've got temperature-wise. 13 degrees in Philadelphia. Temperatures are in the single digits and teens everywhere else. We seem to be saying these numbers and showing these numbers a lot. Are you getting used to it? Of course not. We really do hear a lot of complaints from you, and we understand, wish we could do something about it, but we just can't. So we've got our watches and warnings that are still in effect till about 8 o'clock this morning. Winter storm warning down in the southern part of Delaware, and winter storm watch continues till 8 o'clock. But the snow is starting to taper off. It is still snowing, though, at a lot of our shore points. So checking the 7-day forecast, we've got a high of about 22, 23 degrees today, and then 27 tomorrow. Warm it up. 38 degrees on Friday. Woohoo! And then over the weekend, we do have temperatures in the 40s, but unsettled weather, especially on Saturday. Slight chance of showers returns on Sunday, but we are saying rain possible on Sunday, and it's still a little iffy for that. And then temperatures stay in the upper 30s on Monday and Tuesday. Now, cloudy skies for the Super Bowl. Again, question mark after the showers. It's just a little unsettled as we get this storm system moving in on Saturday. Will it stick around for Sunday? If it does, it'll probably be in the morning. 34 degrees for kickoff of the Super Bowl down the road and across the river in New Jersey. So that's it for now from Super Bowl Boulevard, where it's just as cold as it is in Philadelphia. Of course, Casey, I guess we can't remind people enough to leave early to get where you're going safely.
That's right. Thank you, Sue. Hope you're having fun. We're looking at the majors. Not a fun scene at all whatsoever. No way. So 95 south from Woodhaven to the Vine going to be really jammed this morning. morning. We did have a few accidents there, northbound and southbound. Most of them have cleared, but residual delay. New Jersey Turnpike, both directions, same thing with Garden State Parkway. It's going to be down to 45 miles per hour. Your bridges are down to 35. In Exton, Ship Road closed at Springdale Road. Pottstown Pike, Route 100 is your alternate for that accident. The southbound side of 95 at 413, that's exit 40 right there. That's going to be partially blocked, and you can expect a slowdown at the scene because of that accident in Berlin, New Jersey, the westbound side of Route 30 at Egg Harbor Road, right lane blocked there. And if you look to the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see that big delay on 42 North leading up towards 76. Guys.
All right, thank you, Casey.
From Casey to the Pope.
Well,
how about this? The Pope is on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. He is probably one of the most popular poets ever.
No question about it. Look at this. The Pope picture smiling with a cover line that reads, "Times, they are changing." Inside the Rock magazine is a 7,700-word profile on Pope Francis, including his views on social issues like gay marriage and abortion. That's certainly getting a lot of attention. Pope Francis is the first Pope to ever grace the cover of the iconic magazine.
And
yes,
he was Time Magazine's Man of the Year.
Well, we talked about this before, and you know what? I'll give you credit. You called this from the start.
Yeah.
Do you remember in the very, very beginning when he talked about being a little bit more humble? It was all about humility, not wearing the,
His first time seeing the public there in St. Peter's Square when he was named.
Yes.
You could tell this man is different.
The energy.
And I think he was Esquire magazine's like most fashionable person of the year,
and
too.
fashionable, they're loving him, but yeah, as you mentioned,
simple.
He doesn't wear exactly. He's very, very simple. I like it.
I do too. I do
All
too.
right.
Oh, so last night, of course, we are with Jen. And we're going to spend the whole week with her. She's just down the Broadway here, Super Bowl Boulevard.
Yes.
Looking for players, media type, stars, celebs.
Can I just take a moment to say Jen Frederick has saved my life this morning. You guys know Jen Frederick is all about skiing, snowboarding, and all of that. I had on little leggings, and Jen Fred, you said immediately that is not going to work. So you gave me these snow pants. I feel like I could, I don't know, rock out on a snowboard or something like that. And I've never touched one a day in my life. But these things are warm.
That's why they call them snow pants, girlfriend. And I knew that I was going to be inside here at Radio Row today. So I'm not going to be like Doug and make fun of you guys, but I knew that the short pants needed to go to the short girl in the cold. So as I mentioned, this is Radio Row. This is where all the big shots come for their interviews. As you can see, Tiki Barber's over there. He's paid to be a radio guy these days. Joe Montana is on stage. And Mike, you're in the wrong place this morning because the Rockettes are warming up. We talked to Deshaun Jackson yesterday. You're going to see the one-on-one, and we had so much fun with him and Lil Terrio. So, yeah, we're going to be on Radio Row. So when everyone comes in this morning, we're going to steal them from everyone else.